It's not like I didn't think this would happen, but like at the same time, like I didn't think this would happen. Like,
yeah. On this episode, we heard from MLS Next top goal scorer Garcia. Do you have actually any advice for younger players or players who are trying to get to where you are? How he scored 23 goals in 16 games. His tips on the college recruitment process.
I think a lot of it comes down to asking other people for help as well. Like, I think it's very important to like put aside your ego and have people help you, because people will. Like, there's a lot of good people out there.
And how any player can get to where he is now.
Putting yourself in like an environment where you're like surrounded by good talent.
All right, BenzBoots Podcast episode. Is this 4? It's 4, right?
5.
5. Oh, yeah, because we'll have it sales posted. Yeah. Episode 5 with Garcia. Thanks for coming, bro. Appreciate it. And so where are we right now? We're just at your crib?
Yeah, just set up at my house.
Yeah. I like the setup. You like it?
Yeah, you know, it's decent.
Yeah, it's something light. All right, so are you playing right now or no?
Right now I'm a little injured. Like, I'll be back like soon, but like a couple weeks. So I'm just taking like the off season to like chill out, you know.
Okay, so what have you been up to then?
I got a shot on my ankle.
Okay.
To like make that feel better, but
like a cortisone shot, like
yeah,
to numb
exactly.
it? Yeah.
And then like after that, it's just a couple weeks where I have to take it light, and then when we start preseason in a couple weeks, then I should be fine.
Okay, yeah. So can you kind of tell everyone who like doesn't know who you are and like what you do?
My name's Garcia. Yeah. I'm teammates with Hayes on the Bolts U-19's MLS Next team, and I committed to Columbia this past fall for men's soccer.
Nice. And so before Bolts, where were you at? So can you kind of tell us your whole story, how like you got to where you are now and how the whole process was?
I mean, early days, like grassroots, like my first club was FC Stars. Like that was like my OG team, and we had a really good group for a couple years. Like there were some ballers that went through, like you know, like Harry Burdo, Miller, like those guys. Yeah, like it was a good team, but it was just it got to like an age where like everyone was kind of like jumping ship to academy teams. Yeah. So my U12 season, I left to go to the Revs. Yeah,
and it was all DA right then, right?
It was all DA back then, yeah. So I kind of left in like the spring because we did U12 GA Cup. So they took us out early. And in April of my U12 season, they took 12 of us and they brought us down to Dallas for like a week or two.
Yeah, and how was that experience? Because I remember seeing that on Instagram and I see it.
Dude, that was great because it's like you're going from little kid soccer where like nothing's like serious to like you get there and like they put you in like the pro kits. Like, you feel like you're a man, you know, and like.
So cool. Do you guys play against like some good
yeah,
top
we
teams
played against a bunch of kids that are like making it in pro soccer. We played against that week. We played against, the best team we played by a mile was Malaga in Spain.
Wow.
They were I mean, to be honest, like it was a good experience, but we got pieced up.
Really? Yeah, they're ballers. And actually it's funny because when I was with Rez, we played Valencia and the level is just like it's so much higher.
Bro, like
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think like, I know, bro, but I don't think the kids are like much better, but I think the system they play, like bro, like
because it's Tik Tok and not
bro, it's so different.
And so, how long were you at Revs, and then when did you come to Bolts?
So I was at Revs for like a year and a half because we kind of like went over that spring, and we were training that whole spring like regularly, like preparing for that GA Cup event.
Okay, nice.
And then I played 1 year at Revs. This was the old administration though, like you know, like this was like before they brought in the new, the better guys, but so I was there for a year. And then I got released my season going into U14.
Okay, yeah. So then you've just been at Bolts ever since.
So I went to Bolts, and I've been with Bolts for like the last 6 years, man. Yeah.
Dude, and how's that going? So, because recently, bro, you've been popping off, and it's been like the Dre show. What do they call it? The Dre Day?
I mean, I guess I don't know. Like it's honestly like it's a little weird. Like it's not like I didn't think this would happen, but like at the same time, like I didn't think this would happen. Like it's just kind of like I'm just kind of going with it and trying to like keep everything going. You know,
dude. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. And was gonna say, so yeah, I guess you're the leading scorer in the MLS Next right now, right?
Yeah,
I
know that's cool. Crazy. Like I don't know why. Like it's not that like I've always like backed myself as a player, like especially in like the younger days.
Yeah.
Like I felt like in like 12s through 14s days, but I don't know. Like I just didn't expect like the older year, like the 19s years, for things to be going like this well. Like it's been good, but yeah.
Okay, so we'll kind of talk more about that. But aside from soccer, you're taking a gap year right now, right?
Yeah, I took a reclass. Yeah, or a gap year. Yeah. I don't know. Like, for me, I think it's been great. Like a lot of guys. I mean, most of the guys these days are like
a lot of big kids are taking it. Yeah,
like you're reclassing at Milton.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great like opportunity to do. I looked into the Milton Nobles like private school reclass route a lot. Yeah. But I was just very close with like my friends from my town.
Yeah.
That I decided I'd stay with my friends from high school, and I would take, instead of doing a year reclassing at a prep school, I would do a year after.
Yeah, that's smart. And so you went to just Concord High.
So I just went to Concord High. Yeah.
Okay. And then because I drove past here to get. I drove past Middlesex to get here, and I was like,
you drove by MX?
Yeah,
Middlesex is very nice school.
It's a nice campus. It's
campus.
That would have been a good school to go to. So can you kind of just talk about your recruitment process to Columbia and how that whole thing went? Because I feel like a lot of kids want to know how to get recruited to these D1 schools, these high level schools, and
Yeah, so I'd say like the recruitment process is definitely like very difficult, but I think that when I think about the recruitment process, I think the most important thing is controlling the things that you can control, because a lot of it's going to be opinionated.
Yep.
A lot of it's going to be favoritism. There's going to be nepotism. There's going to be a lot of things that fall into place, and it's like, oh, like damn, I can't do anything about that. So instead of whining and like complaining about that, I think the best thing to do is control what you can, which is like consistently emailing coaches, consistently texting coaches, making sure your film's being put out there, having a player-coach relationship with your club coach. Trying to figure out like, hey, what should I be doing here? What should I be doing there? I think a lot of it comes down to asking other people for help as well. Like, I think it's very important to like put aside your ego and have people help you, because people will. Like, there's a lot of good people out there
that's a great point. Yeah. And so you mentioned film. So would you recommend that every player like kind of make a highlight tape?
Yeah, I don't think you have to like go crazy with the highlight tape, but if I'll say this, unless you're like some national team borderline pro contract player, like you can't just like not make film. That's just not how it works.
Okay, because I low-key need to like start doing that.
Yeah, you probably should get on that.
That's good.
But yeah, you're chilling.
Damn. So has Bolts kind of helped you get recruited more, or has it been like?
I think a lot of the recruitment process for men's soccer falls on the individual piece.
Okay.
But what I have to give Bolts a lot of credit for, and what I could give a lot of MLS Next teams credit for, is providing the platform necessary to be like scouted at a high level. Because I mean, obviously, like
the big events, man, like the Marylands.
Yeah, like when you got like 150 college coaches watching you at a game, like it's just math where you're thinking like maybe one school that I like is gonna be interested in me, you know?
Yeah, you're so right. And so let's kind of shift gears here. But I mean, that was all great to hear about like how to get recruited and what you kind of have to do. But just for you personally and individually, what do you think? What drills have you done? Why do you think you're where you are now? I know I kind of talked about that earlier, but
no, that's a fair question though. I think so much of sports, and for soccer specifically, is like environmental, like putting yourself in like an environment where you're like surrounded by good talent.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is not to say that you won't find ballers at all levels, because, I mean, there are so many different levels of soccer. Like you could go down to like the 4th tier of soccer in this country at the youth scene and find some random kid where you're just like, whoa. Like,
you're so right.
But I think being put into the highest level. So in our, what was that in our? It was MPL at first, right? When we were little. MPL was the best level. Then it was DA, and then MLS Next. So I think it's just a numbers game, that if you're being put in that level every single year, year in, year out, like you're gonna be with kids that have like. That you're gonna be with other really more talented kids.
Yep.
I mean, we've both played with a handful of pros. Handful of
that's
elite
crazy
D1s.
to think, right? Yeah.
It is crazy to think about. And like we've grown up playing with pros, against pros, with D1 guys, against D1 guys.
Right.
And when you're put in that environment, like I think it just does a good job pushing you.
Okay, so just putting yourself in an environment that will push you, and
that's my opinion, because
test you.
Even when I look at last year's team, like I'm a forward, right?
Yeah.
And bro, like we had 6 D1 attackers on our team.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Because it was Kyle Martell, Holy Cross.
Yeah.
Samson's at
Sammy,
Penn State.
Yeah.
Sammy's a baller. Con's a baller.
Yeah.
Like, bro, Ethan, me, and Angeloni will definitely go D1. Like, that's like when you think about it, like having like, I mean, only 3 kids can start every game. When you're having 6 guys like pushing each other for 12 months, 18 months straight, like it just creates like a buzz where it's like you're getting better and better. You're not just going to training to be like, I got to get something done. You're like, damn, like I got to compete with this kid today.
Right, yeah.
I got to play better than this kid.
Damn, and it's hard to balance like the kind of like the friend and the social aspect and like the training aspect. So
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's because like you want to stay competitive, right? But those
it's
are like
so hard to not compete.
Right. It is, and those are some of like your closest boys. And it's like, damn, it's just like someone's got to play, you know. Someone's got to get the minutes, and it's got to be you, you know. But
that's a fair way of looking at it.
Right, yeah. So actually, let's kind of talk about that. So how did you kind of balance like training and then just like focusing on school and making sure like your grades are high? Because I know like to go to Columbia, it's a Ivy League school, so yeah,
that's fair. Well, I'd say like the funny thing honestly is like in the soccer world, like all you guys, because like I don't know, like like all my boys, like you guys think like I'm like smart and stuff, but like at Concord High, like it was really hard, like academics. Like,
oh, really?
I'm just a dude there, like I'm not like
yeah. Everyone thinks of you as like the academic weapon. Like,
in like soccer,
in the soccer
like,
world.
oh, that kid's like mad smart. Like no, like I get to Concord High, and like bro, like it'd be like no, like I'd have to ask my boys for help on homework.
You know, yeah, it'd be like that.
It'd be my friends, like I'd have to like go over and have them like prepare me for like math stuff, bro. Like it was difficult.
Yeah.
But I think honestly, like I think that if you just like, as dumb as it sounds, like if you just like really like try and like make sure, like if you're getting all your homework done, like you already should be getting like B's.
Yeah.
And if
that's
like
fair.
Then the rest is like, I don't know, like my grades, they did decline a little bit at the end, but
I mean that's just like being a senior and like
like,
living life,
it was
right?
in God's hands, bro.
Right,
like,
yeah. So did you take the SAT or the ACT or something?
I took the ACT.
Okay, and so I mean you don't have to share your score, but like do you recommend that like every kid takes a standardized test?
See, that's like you mean like soccer kids?
Yeah.
Soccer. See, okay, so that's a good question because like it's more and more changing with like the COVID stuff.
Right, yeah.
And they're bringing it back, then they're bringing it not. So what I'll say is I don't think it's mandatory, but it certainly can't help, especially if you're looking to go to those academic schools.
Can't help?
I mean, sorry.
Yeah, can't.
It certainly can't hurt.
Yeah.
But I think like, especially like if you're going to do well on that test, like it's going to be good. Like I took the ACT and, you know, I got extra time. So it's like, it was a little cheesy, but.
No, but still, because like you kind of want to separate yourself from like, because in the college process, it's kind of like you're selling yourself almost, right?
True, but I do want to specify about the college process, like especially for these like high-end academic schools, like whether you're going ACC to a Boston College or a Duke or Ivy League to a Brown, Yale, wherever it is.
Yeah.
Like, sure, academics matter. Sure, personality matters. All these things matter. Yeah. But at the end of the day, these coaches are recruiting soccer players.
Yeah, it's about your football.
And then they're not thinking like, what students are really good at soccer.
Right.
They're thinking, who are the best footballers that I can get into my school? Because at the end of the day, if I applied to an Ivy League as a student, like they'd look at my application and like laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they'd be like,
yeah.
Like, so I think that's honestly, I think kids sometimes get caught in the academics, like, but the soccer is most important.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And so why did you choose Columbia? Because I know obviously you were looking at other high level schools, other Ivy Leagues and stuff.
So the recruitment process was really weird for me because last spring I was last spring I was pretty much, I thought I was done in the sense of like I had 2 Ivy League schools. Yeah. Very far along with like last couple spots. Okay. And I'm just thinking like, I mean, it's a terrible mentality to get into, but I'm just thinking like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Like I'm just ready to be done. Like I'm just gonna.
So this is senior year. This is
So this
spring.
Senior.
Okay.
So I'm a 24. So I mean, I guess my junior spring recruitment.
Okay. Yeah.
But so I'm just thinking like, oh, I'm chilling, like whatever, and then things fall through. Whether it's all of a sudden another guy commits and my academic read was once good, and then the coach calls you and they're like, yo, like we cannot get you in with academics anymore. Like, it's not good enough. Or a kid decommits from another school and recommits in your spot. A kid, I mean, the portal, bro. The portal's crazy.
Yeah, I know. You're so right, dude. And
bro,
a lot of kids are transferring,
right?
Right?
Nuts, bro. Like, it's actually getting out of hand. Like, they're going to have to fix that at some point.
So can I ask what drew you to Columbia?
So that's what I was getting to. Okay, so I'm kind of yapping.
No, it's good. It's good. My bad.
So when I finally got to the finish line of the recruitment process, because I had the offer for a bit of time.
Yeah.
What drew me to it is there were definitely other options, but I still really loved the Ivy League option the most.
Yeah.
And it was between that and another Ivy League school, and I loved Columbia. I loved the coach. Yeah. I think Coach Casper, and honestly the whole staff, I think not only are they good coaches, I think they're great people, and they have plans, they have visions.
Yeah.
Like talking to them, like there's a definitive plan for what to do.
Yeah.
And the big appeal too was he got the job August of, this year.
Wow.
Like he got the job 4 months ago.
Yeah.
We're his first commits. So I'm not saying like we're gonna have like a bias coming in, but it's nice that like we're his first class. Like there's a certain like
what can be kind of scary is like it's like the coaching jobs can always be switching, right?
I know. I mean, look at like there's UNH and NC State.
Oh yeah.
That all right now is breaking down where like I know people that are committed to those schools. You see kids transferring around.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a lot, bro.
It's a crazy world. Like it's crazy to think about too. Like when you think about all our boys that are like committed and stuff and go into schools next year, like someone's gonna transfer.
Right, yeah.
Like not everyone's just gonna stay. That's just not how it works these days.
Yeah, that's so true. And I feel like there's definitely been an increase, right, in transfers.
Oh yeah, dude,
recently.
It's so much easier to transfer now.
Yeah.
And like guys, like at the end of the day, like college coaches are rather gonna take a 20-year-old with 2,000
good
minutes
point.
of college soccer
Yeah.
Than like some
18...
skinny 18-year-old like us that's like, oh, like
yeah. Pick me.
Yeah, exactly.
What setbacks have you had to face when kind of going through your journey into where you are right now?
So like a big thing for me, because there's been plenty. Like there's definitely been plenty of like hard moments, but I think the main ones have been when it comes down to minutes or like situations like that, because that's where you just gotta like dig deep and like remind yourself like why you're doing it. So the first one is getting cut from Revs.
Okay.
Like that one was tough. Like it's like,
because how old were you then?
Like 13 years old.
Yeah,
like,
as a 13-year-old kid, that's like hard.
Yeah, bro, you're like still a little kid, and like you're wearing like, even though you're not on the pro team, you're like wearing the pro kit. You think you're the man. It's like damn, and all of a sudden it's just gone.
Yeah.
And I'd say another one is there are 1 to 2 year stretches where it's like
just injuries, right?
Definitely.
Okay, yeah.
No, you're good. Yeah. But bro, sometimes like, like it's the nature of it. There's so many talented kids. You go down on a 5-hour bus ride. You're with all your boys. You're missing out like hanging out with all your friends at home, and you're seeing it on your phone. They're all like having a great time.
Yeah.
You go down to Queens, New York City, Brooklyn, whatever it is, and you play 25 minutes. And you play 25 minutes, and like it's just gone like that. Like it's not like you like had an impact on the game. You dead ass. You get off the bus and you're just running around for half an hour, like not really doing anything. And you get back on the bus and you're just like, damn. Like it's easy to ask the questions like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Like, and we've seen. I mean, I don't know about you. I've seen plenty of kids like quit. Like not be able to do that.
Dude, I mean, I've there's definitely been times where it's like, dude, why am I like?
It's like
you gotta like And
I think that's for most people. I'm not gonna say everybody, but there's those hard moments, and then injuries too has been a toughie.
What injuries have you had to deal with?
So I've broken my right foot twice, my left ankle. I rolled my right ankle like chronically over the summer, but like it's better now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like there have been some tough ones.
No, I bet. So have you just do like prehab stuff and like?
Yeah, like I've had to do rehab stuff. Yeah. I've had to get like. I've had to get like a bunch of stuff done, but my parents have always been like my biggest supporters for that, so they always like help me get that stuff done. And then I just say like even this kind of connects to like the setbacks, the injuries. Like so exactly where you are today, at the December showcase, first game in front of like a bunch of college coaches. We're playing Bethesda, and like that's a big name team,
right?
It's packed with coaches. Yep. I'm starting. I'm feeling great. Like I'm far along with some schools. I'm feeling good. Go up for a header on a corner. Kid pushes my back, land on my ankle. Like it just fucking cracked.
Damn.
It's just like, you can beat me out.
No, that's guys. Yeah.
But it just cracked. I felt it crack, and like the thing is that's funny about it is like such a tough moment now.
Yeah.
But nowadays like. All the boys like joke about it now. Like,
it's like
they'll be like, "Oh, clean break!" Like they like make fun of me. For it. Yeah, exactly. So like, it just shows that like, as much as there's like hard moments, like the like love and family aspect of having the guys with you, having good teammates, like it just
it's
makes
so important.
It
right?
makes it so great. Like
And so I don't mean to talk about me too much, but so obviously I broke my leg, right?
Yeah.
And so for me the hardest thing. I
was at the game.
Yeah. It's crazy, right? The hardest thing is like. It's like obviously it hurt a lot, but then it's like just knowing you're gonna be out for so long.
Oh,
That's like
dude,
the worst.
mental
like,
battle.
Yeah, the mental battle. And then so how, I don't know what tricks you've maybe had to use or like what you've done to just like get yourself over that hump when you're just laying in bed and you can't do much, right?
I mean, you've gone through some more hardships than you on the injury side of things for sure. I think for me, it was I've had 2 big injuries, the broken feet and then the broken ankle. One of them was during COVID, so I was low-key just zoned out and like playing FIFA.
Yeah, we were
playing so much Xbox.
Yeah.
So I was like not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then whatchamacallit? And then the other one was difficult, but honestly, like I don't know if this sounds dumb, but the thing about it was it was my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
So when I broke it, like I had a really fun senior year. So like school was fun. So I was still like enjoying life. Like I was still like happy about other stuff, and that helped me get through it. And then I also bounced back kind of quick on it. I got lucky where I broke it on a growth plate. So even though my bone snapped, when you broke it break it on a growth plate, it just like heals quicker. Like you just get lucky. Dang. So I broke it December 2nd, and I was playing 11s February 20th.
Wow.
So it was like a 9-week, but I mean like.
So wait, in between
really
that time,
lucky.
in between that time, are you just you're rehabbing, you're getting stronger, you're
rehab,
running?
yeah, like jogging. I did like all that, like pretty much.
So how about, well, obviously you're kind of hurt now, but
a lot of painkillers.
Yeah. A lot of Advil, right?
Yeah, like you know how it is. Like,
yeah.
That's just like.
Yeah. But so you said running, whatever, and then so I know right now you can't do anything, but like for off season, what do you usually do for your training?
For off season, like I'll usually do,
or like individually, what do you like to?
Individually?
Yeah.
I like to just touch the ball. Like I'll just go to a field, and I love just like shooting, like hitting it off the wall. Like I think getting touches like is so important. So I think that's definitely the main thing.
So like daily touches, you'd say?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and then I'd say, for me, I lose my match fitness like quick. I lose it so quick. Like you know, like so what I'm gonna do. So I haven't ran in 2-3 weeks because I haven't been able to.
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying to heal like my groin injury and my ankle. So I can be fresh and ready to go in the spring. Mm-hmm. And I think like when I get back, like bro, like I'm gonna be out of shape. Like that's just the truth. So
yeah.
What I'll do is I'll probably do a bunch of. Bolts practice will help me get into shape.
Yeah.
COE in the morning will help me get into shape. So I'll be training twice a day.
Yeah.
I'll have to do, and then on the side, I'm gonna probably have to do like assault bike, like that.
Oh my god, dude! I just started doing that bike. So actually, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but on our BenzBoots Instagram, we have the video, the one with Mateo.
Oh, with Mateo?
Yeah. So he's doing the bike. So
it's brutal, bro.
It's so brutal. So but make sure you guys check that out, the Instagram.
Shout out BenzBoots.
Shout out BenzBoots. All right, continue.
So the assault bike, and then like honestly like steam room, like that, like assault bike steam room.
Yeah.
Bro, like whatever like. Is like whatever gets you into shape quickest. Like getting into shape's one of those things that it's like it's not just gonna happen. Like you just kind of
right.
Like,
you just gotta work on it.
You just gotta get it done.
Yeah. Actually, it's a funny thing because I started this new I started yoga.
Oh, you did? How's that?
Yeah, it's a lot harder than you expect.
Bro, I know.
It's like, a lot harder.
We did it at like what can I call it, school? Like soccer school?
Yeah.
Because I go we can get into it later, but I do like a soccer school right now. We usually have a yoga day where it's you know, the lady comes in and like we're all like chilling, like T4 stretching. He comes in and does this other yoga routine. Bro, I was dying.
It's an intense yoga.
Dying.
Yeah, I know.
It was like an
really
ab
hard.
circuit and then like a push up thing. Like bro, people were dropping. Like it was terrible.
So I was gonna ask, do you have any like? So obviously you tried yoga. Do you have any other practices like meditation or journaling, or you don't do that? Like corny stuff?
No, it's not that I don't do it. Like it's not that I don't do meditation or journaling. It's I mean, well, in a way, like I don't do them.
Right.
But like I think before games, like I'm definitely one that likes to like visualize my games. Like I like to I maybe take a nap before a game. Like I like to be. I mean, I know it's rare, but I like to be quiet before my games. Like, I like to chill out. Like,
yeah.
I like to imagine myself like, what do I need to get done today?
Okay, wait. So actually, let's talk more about that. So a pregame ritual. So what are your pregame rituals? And so let's say actually the last game you played. What was our last game? It was against Cedar Stars
in Phoenix.
In Phoenix, Cedar Stars. Yeah. So
I don't know. I was low key really hot out. Like I was kind of zoned out.
Okay. All right. So just do a normal game. Like how would you like zone in and be ready for the game?
A home game. I actually have the same pregame ritual. I go to Brugger's Bagels every morning.
Okay.
I get the same sandwich smoothie and a chocolate chip cookie. I just literally get like a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Okay, yeah.
Chocolate chip cookie and like a protein like smoothie. I get that every time that we have a home game. And then I like to go home. I like to like take a nap. And then most times on home games, there's a sports psychologist that I'll work with sometimes.
Okay, nice.
Me and Marco Dos Santos.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Work with who I know you'll have Marco. On
The pod we're trying to get him on.
BC men's soccer. But so we work with the same guy, and he's great. Like helps me get like focus for a game. So, and he's been with me the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So has he kind of helped you through your injuries as well? Or?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Just a great guy. Like great guy.
Well, can I quickly ask like what happens when you go on these? When you like meet with him? It's just like you guys
I
talk?
just hop on the Zoom call and it's like. No, it's not like a therapist. You know? It's like I have like an objective. Like it's something that's been like getting to me. Something that's like a setback. Because like sometimes like even this season like I've scored a lot of goals, but I had a 3-game cold streak, so I had to meet with them, and I'm like I genuinely like one of the things I was nervous about is all 3 games that I couldn't score in were home games. So I talked to him. I'm like, yo, like I feel like I can't score at home games, and it's such a stupid thing. Like
right, yeah. But I mean like home games are like it does just get to you. All right, so I wanted to talk about what coaches or mentors have kind of stuck out, because one, you did say like the sports psychologist has helped you, but do you have any other mentors that kind of helped you along the way? Any parents, coaches?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I think like I've been super lucky to have like some really great people around me, because like the truth is like obviously the player has to be good enough, the player has to do this, the player has to do that, but like you need the environment, you need people in your corner. So I'd say a couple that come to mind are, first one is Dave DeSantos.
Yeah.
Marco's dad.
He's a god,
right? So he's a family friend.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much an uncle to me. Mm-hmm. And like he's taken great care of me. Like I wouldn't be able to like get to where I needed to go. Yeah. He was the one that set me up with Marco's sports psychologist. He was the one that set me up with the trainer when I had all like the knee problems, all this. So he's been a very great guy for me.
No, he is. Real quick, I want to say he's helped me a lot, and Dave is a god.
Like Dave's just like him, I mean he's helped you a bunch.
Yeah, he's helped me with
he's
my
just one of those
stuff
like
too.
great guys.
Yeah,
like,
he really is. Yeah,
exactly. My trainer that he introduced me to, that me and like he's worked with, the trainers worked at. His name's Mike Barton.
Yeah, I know Mike.
He's been a person, like even if like. Forget like the training side, because he's such a knowledgeable guy. He's a licensed trainer and a licensed therapist. Physical therapist.
Yeah.
So he's like such a smart guy.
Yeah.
And even like stupid stuff, like like not every session's gonna be like a killer session. So like just having a guy to like talk to, like he's just a great person.
Yeah, he really is. And so you said those two.
Those really two. Cool. I mean, I'm trying to think like coaches like.
Dude, I definitely say your dad though, right?
Yeah, no, definitely my dad. But like, I always like no, that sounds bad now.
Yeah.
But the thing with my dad is like, my dad's always been like, I don't think he's wanted to. I think to a certain extent, he's wanted it to really be my journey.
Oh, that's good. That's
and
good.
let me do my thing and just provide support.
Yeah.
So it's not like I go to my dad for my help or for what my problems related to like the sports stuff.
Yeah.
I'll go to other people, and my dad's just there to like kind of be a rock.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So yeah.
All right, yeah.
No, I definitely like, especially when I was little though, like I can't take away any credit from my dad. The amount of times that I'd be like, oh, like let's go to the field, and like it wasn't like ever a no, I can't go, like I can't make time for you. Like no, we went to the field.
Yeah, that's good. Actually, so speaking of that, do you have actually any advice for younger players or players who are trying to get to where you are? You can take some time on this one.
No, I know. It's just like, I honestly think that loving the game is so important.
Okay.
And I mean, now more than ever, the game is evolving and evolving. Like when you see those little kid sessions,
they're intense.
I see those kids, and I'm like, damn, they know what they're doing. So I think like, I definitely think loving the game, and that's not gonna get you to where you need to get you to. Where you, like that's not gonna like take you all the way.
Yeah.
But that's definitely a big start. And I think other than that, like you have to have the right work ethic, and. I mean, yeah, I think work ethic, environment, and loving the game. Those are my three takeaways there.
No, that's so good. So anyone who's trying to get to Columbia men's soccer, So what's next for you, man?
So Columbia this fall,
right?
And that I'm really looking forward to it. Like that would be great. Like I'm looking forward to everything: the soccer, the people, the school. So that will be really fun. And then what's next for me right now? Like, I mean, I got to take it step by step. So I guess getting healthy, getting my match fitness, and getting ready to push for a tough spring season, because we've played 16 games so far, and bro, we've got like 20 more to play.
Yeah,
like we've got
this is a long season.
I know, it's a lot of games to play.
Yeah.
So we're not even halfway through the season.
Wow. Okay.
So I could look at it as like all these like like everything's going so great, but like bro, like a lot of games to play.
Yeah, that's so and just like keep taking it step by step.
Step by step. So I think that because because we're getting the prep school guys back, because Hayes and a couple other guys, they go to private schools and they have their own fall season.
Yeah, we do.
And I mean, shout out Hayes real quick. Him and his boys at Milton Academy, they won the NEPSAC.
Yeah, you were balling.
That's pretty massive. And I mean, it's no joke. Like that team's, you guys are filled with D1 kids.
Yeah, we got some.
You guys, I mean, Milton is like, it is the premier soccer school. If I was gonna go prep.
Right, yeah. I mean, our coach and our, just like the team camaraderie is just so good at Milton. It really is a family there, but we'll stay on track. So I was actually going to ask you, do you have any like favorite soccer moments? That can literally mean anything you want it to mean.
You know,
it can be playing FIFA with me if it is.
I mean, I don't know if that's my favorite, but you know, playing FIFA with you and the rest of the guys have definitely been great moments. Yeah. But I think my best soccer moments, so I can like backtrack. So this year is definitely like up there because like it's been going really well. But best soccer moments, honestly, like the no days are gonna be more fun than your youngest days.
That's a great answer. Yeah.
Like no stress, no pressure. Yeah. Orange slices, like you're just happy. Yeah. Like bro, like I don't want to say like it progressively gets less fun because I do love it. Yeah. Like I love playing, I love the guys, but I think like the younger days, like going to like U12 GA Cup was awesome. Yeah. FC Stars away trips. It's your first time like in a hotel and you're like with all your boys like doing laps around the hotel, like ding dong ditching people. Yeah. Like
dude, that is such vibes.
It's just vibes. Like, you know, like honestly, another great one is now that we're older, like so since U15, U16, where coaches like give us more freedom on trips. Yeah. Well, I don't know about like you with Revs, but with Bolts, like we had some nice freedom. Yeah, we could walk around, walk into like towns, walk around malls. Yeah, and those are just like there's so many stressful moments about playing high level sports. Yeah, and like taking a step back, like those are some of the moments that like make it worth it. Just like hanging out with your guys.
Right. You're so right, and like I'm telling you, those. If people who don't play sports, you're really missing out. I feel like because like the people on your team do become some of your best friends.
They really do. Honestly. No, they really do. And there's it's not even like your friend because like you guys are going into like, you know, you're going into battle every weekend.
Yeah, you're so right. It's your brother, man.
It's your brothers. Like you're going in there like, you know, like if like we're playing and someone cheap shots you, it's like, oh, like,
it's like,
So it's like there's definitely a bond. And I don't know about you, but I feel like the majority of the teams I've been on have had great team dynamics. I feel very lucky as a player.
Yeah, there was a couple of years where I didn't totally agree with that for me, but you're
I
so
mean,
right. Yeah.
The thing also like this is nothing against Revs. Revs is these days is a very well run org and like they've won 2 national championships. Yeah. But I feel like more and more at the professional clubs, you'll see more tension within players.
That's fair.
More players on average at those professional clubs are fighting for pro contracts. So
you're right.
That's not even collegiate spots. That's fighting to put food on the table.
You're so right. Yeah.
I feel like when you're adding that to the table, like that's just gonna like make things more stressful and awkward.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask like what would you do? Like what are your goals after Columbia? I know this is like so far down.
It is definitely far down. And again, we've talked about this a couple times. Yeah. Like, I just think it's about taking it step by step.
Okay. Yeah.
Because if I asked myself 3 months ago, like, would I be the leading scorer right now? Like, it'd probably be like, no. Like, I'm not gonna act like I'm like this. Like, oh yeah, I'm so confident. Like, for sure. Like,
that's fair.
I'd be like, probably not, but like, hopefully.
Yeah. So we're running another podcast when you're at Columbia, and then then we'll talk more about that. But okay, so I have a last couple of questions, but do you have a favorite or like a best soccer player that you've played with in your career?
With is tough. I could think of a team.
Or
like,
against.
I could put together like a 6-a-side team.
Oh, yeah. Put together, yeah.
Because like I feel like it's hard to like compare like different positions. Yeah. Because it's such a weird sport where everyone does different stuff. But goalkeepers, the boy Teo. Yeah. Mateo Buyu.
He's gonna be on the podcast.
He's the episode before me. Yeah. Providence men's soccer goalkeeper, baller, and he's your cousin.
Yeah, he's my cousin too. So yeah.
That's funny. But what's we call? Yeah, Teo's a baller. Like we used to have him like run neutrals. Like
yeah.
Like he's class and just great guy.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we played so many hours of Xbox together.
So many hours of Fortnite. So many hours of Minecraft. FIFA. Yeah. I mean, bro, like honestly, like that's another thing about like soccer. Like that would have never happened.
Yeah, you're so right.
And that's
you're so right.
Like those have been honestly like. As pathetic as it sounds, like I should have probably gone outside more those years. But like, bro, those were fun times.
They were so fun, dude. And like, yeah, I mean, we've become so close just because of like being able to communicate through whatever.
So defenders, bro, it's tough because like I mean, bro, like I've been lucky enough to play with a bunch of good guys, but I'll go with a fullback and a center back. So I'll go with Joe Buckley.
Oh yeah,
I was teammates with him back in the day, and he's now playing USL Championship, so second division US, and on a pro contract. And he's trained at Barcelona, like he's a good player. So definitely him. So I'd say for the center back position, like I've played with like some really good players like Webby, Ian Webb Johnson, Mason Sullivan at Wake. So it's tough to pick. Yeah. I mean, Mason's super talented. He's like an interesting case. So I'll go with Mason just because like he's just like really like natural.
Yeah.
So
he looks so smooth on the ball.
Yeah. So I'll put Mason. But like again, like Mason's such a jokester that he's gonna like clown me for that.
Yeah.
So but
stop glazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, he's gonna be like, yo.
Yeah.
But midfielders, Noel and Dose, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, those are just two like Noel's like, bro, Noel's gonna go like real pro. Like not that. No,
well, I mean, he is. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Like that, but like Noel's,
he'll probably go to England, right, or something.
Yeah, like Noel's gonna be a gold card in FIFA. Like,
right. Yeah.
So, like I'm
playing with him.
I'm gonna like pack Noel bucket college. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, but and then Dose. No, Marco's nasty as well, so I'll put Dose.
Okay. Yeah.
And then attackers. I'm gonna put Malcolm, and I'm gonna put him not because of being on, not because of Revs. Like I actually don't know if we didn't overlap at Revs, but Malcolm was the OG. He was my FC Stars Day 1 team.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna put him. Like I'll pay homage to that. Like he's a great guy, and he's a very good player. Yeah. And then bro, it's gotta be Sammy.
Oh yeah.
Bro, it has to be Sammy. Sammy's a baller.
Dude, he's killing it right now.
Sammy killed it at Penn State his freshman year.
Yeah.
And Sammy's just bro, like I've never played with a more entertaining player. Yeah. And that's another thing. Like Sammy essentially plays the same position as me. I mean, we can both be switch hitters and play like other attacking positions. Mm-hmm. But being teammates with Samson for like 4 or 5 years and like training with him that much, like you're training with elite winger that like it's just gonna make you a better player. Like I don't know if I did any scissors up until I started playing with Samson.
Really?
So yeah.
And like, now it's like your best move.
Now it's like my go-to move. Because
right.
You just see him like you know what I mean. Like that's what I mean. Like I feel like taking stuff from other people is always like a good way to like go about it.
You're so right.
So I go with those 6, and then against you said.
Oh yeah, we want to do against it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's tough because like, so I
probably won't know any of these kids to be honest.
No. So that's the thing too. Like I've played against a bunch of kids that are now like on MLS contracts.
Yeah.
And, like doing their thing, getting minutes in MLS teams, getting minutes in U20 national teams. Mm-hmm. I would say the best that I've played against. That's like a notable name. I mean, Kobe Mino starts for Man United.
Oh, you played against him?
Yeah.
When did you play against?
You did it the next year, right?
The Man United. Yeah.
The New England Revs versus Manchester United game.
We'll toss up a photo of like the
Revs. Toss up. I can send a pic.
Okay,
yeah. So we played Man U's academy team, and they pieced us pretty nice.
Yeah.
And Kobe was
it's Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe.
Bro, he was he's disgusting.
Yeah.
And I mean now he's like
I was literally watching him today. Like,
bro, yeah, like, he starts from Man U, bro. Like,
right, yeah.
He's gonna be like he's gonna be making multi-million dollars within the next year.
Do you have anything else you wanna that we should talk about? Is that do you have anything else you wanna tell the people before we call it?
Yeah, I would just say that I mean, the game definitely, I think a big theme about today for both of us is the game definitely has its fair share of ups and downs.
For sure.
So it might not be for everybody. If it's not like the thing you want to do, like there's no pressure. No one's telling you have to.
Right, yeah.
Right? But if this sport is what you want to do, then I think you just have to, for lack of better words, like push through it. And I mean, you obviously love the game.
Right, yeah.
And like the love of the game and like there's so many different paths. Like it's crazy to think about the people we've gone through like and played with. Like we're going to be playing Division 1 soccer. Yeah. But there's kids playing D2, D3. There's kids who are pros.
Yep.
And we were all clumped in the same like journeys, and everyone just kind of goes to different paths. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just about trying to find your feet and find where you belong. Like I still have professional aspirations, and like now more than ever with how the season's been going.
Right, yeah.
But I just feel like this was the next step for my journey, and I loved what Columbia had to offer. So I just know that that's what's right for me. Dude, and I think it's different for everybody, and you just gotta like follow your heart and figure that out.
For sure, dude. It's all great to hear. Andreas Garcia, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Good time. Thank you.
Love it. All right.